TBS Summer Open, best live stream.
TBS was probably best production.
Now listen, best meet ever. Maybe the decade. Hell, maybe the century. I don't know.
The meet was so organized, and it was just so cool looking. That was one thing I just kept on saying to people. It's like, this is cool looking. You have a smaller gym, but with some creativity, with some great ideas, able to get the lighting just perfect. Everything was extremely well organized. Mark did an excellent job. He killed it.
We know the TBS Summer Open was a huge success, but we also know that we can and will do better.
And we are live, ladies and gentlemen, here in Houston, Texas at Texas Barbell Syndicate. We are getting ready for the prime time session. Steve, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good. We've got an amazing setup here. We've already had some good lifting in our open session, but we know the big guns are coming out. We got some amazing lifters. We got some pro lifters. We got some people battling for some prize money. Some big things ahead here for the TBS Primetime going down.
Oh, yeah, I'm really excited for this. We're going to see some battles. We're going to see some fighting taking place between the lifters for placing to win best overall lifter. You got some of the best lifters around. And we're in the state of Texas, which you know is no short of power lifters here, elite-level power lifters, pro-level power lifters. You got it all in Texas, and you have a fantastic establishment do it. The primetime session is looking great. We have a star-studded crowd. We have a packed crowd, a sold-out spectator list.
VIP tables.
Drinks.
With one of the most underrated powerlifters front and center.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. Can you call a guy underrated when he gets a front row seat?
I think he's still pretty underrated because he would have actually been able to be in front of the barrier if he wasn't being so overlooked.
All right.
So, but
well, that's just his height.
Speaking of the lifters, though, what do you say?
That's just his height.
Yeah, that's true. That'd be hard to get over that. So, speaking of the lifters, though, we're already seeing some. If you go on Lifting Cast, you can follow along. But we're already seeing some of the forecasted totals from openers, and there's already some interesting things happening. I mean, Gabrielle Phelps was definitely the favorite coming in. Mm-hmm. She is the singular pro lifter competing at this event. She's put up a 5:13 dots, I believe it is, and definitely is the favorite. But if I'm looking at the forecasted openers, she's at 473, and one of the dark horses we talked about on the podcast, May and Jelly Swinguil, 467. Mm-hmm. Only a couple dots points behind. And just behind her, Ivy Lambus. So I think we're going to have a pretty close three-way battle there. And then on the men's side, we both predicted Mr. Spicy Cajun Fries, Evan Judice, being likely the favorite.
Judice. Evan Judice, yeah.
All right, Judice.
Yeah.
Being, I'm just going to call him Spicy the entire day.
Yeah.
That sounds better to me.
Yeah, so we're not going to call you your real name.
Mr. Spice. Yeah, he's nominated fourth. Now, forecasted totals don't mean a whole lot. Mm-hmm. We saw that at Nationals, especially like the 75-kilo men.
Yes.
Forecasted totals mean absolutely nothing for them. But with that said, they give us an idea of where people are, and like one of the people that we talked about as a possible dark horse that is up-and-coming lifter, just moved up a weight class and making really good gains, is Tyler Draham. He's currently first on forecasted total, but only by 5 points from first to fifth. So
yeah.
5 points separating the top five right now.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be a lot, it's going to be a lot to focus on, and really, you can't make any sort of prediction until you see one of their lifts.
Yeah.
Right? You start missing your third squats, you start missing a bench, you have a second attempt that's a bit iffy, and, you don't have that big pull. Then you can start seeing the totals kind of play out, the meet play out, and you might see a different winner there at the end. So regardless, this is shaping up to be a really fun meet, a lot of high-level lifting. I'm excited.
Yes, I am. It's hot down in Texas, but not because of the heat, but because of what we're about to see.
Yeah, because of the lifting, that's for sure. And And also going with on par with the first session too, we're gonna get a really fast meet too. This is going to be a great spectating experience for people tuning into the live stream. It was fast, it was consistent, judging has been great, and then we have less lifters in the higher level variety. This is gonna be really good spectating, a good spectator friendly meet.
Yeah. And for people watching, we've got 2 flights, Flight A and Flight B. Flight A is all of our women and some of our lower weight class men, 75 kilo and under. And then Flight B is going to be all of our heavier men, which is some 75 kilos and up. So it's split a little bit here. But you can pretty much bet on the fact that women in Flight A, men in Flight B.
Yeah. Well, we're also going to see a lot of middleweight men. There's a decent amount of middleweight men competing at this meet too, which a lot of times does actually rack up the views. But also while you guys are viewing into the live stream, you got our handles over there. We often just start asking questions or we kind of play games during the live stream. So if you guys want to DM us, interact with it, feel free to do that.
Yeah, shoot us DMs. We aren't able to see the actual Twitch stream. We don't have that up, but if you shoot us DMs, we'll answer questions back and forth. I do want to point this out, too. Interesting thing I just realized. So we got Matt Mora and Tony Wynn in the first flight. Mm-hmm. They're currently nominated number 2 and 5.
Yeah.
That can play into things.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a little bit of a disadvantage, or you could say it's an advantage because they put the pressure on people of having to kind of force their hand come the second flight. But they're going to both probably put up some type of total on the men's side that's going to kind of set the standard for what likely we've got. Evan, Edwin, and Tyler really being in the thick of it.
Yeah. So of all lifters today, who are you most excited to see?
Gabrielle Phelps.
Mm-hmm. I never really got to see Gabrielle Phelps.
I haven't gotten to see her lift. She likely would have won nationals this year. Mm-hmm. She did not attend nationals because she thought the Ubu Pro meet was an actual pro meet. It unfortunately was a little bit different.
This is more of the pro meet.
Yes, this is more of the pro meet that she was actually wanting to do.
And if it was, you could see we actually have a live stream.
Yes, we actually have a live stream unlike that meet. So she is doing the meet that she really wanted to do in the first place, but if she had done nationals instead, she probably would have won the 100 kilo class. We've talked about last year when the weight classes changed. She was one of the people that benefited the most because she was an incredible lifter, but stuck in a weight class with Alexis Jones and Bonica Brown. But now she has the perfect weight class for her at 100 kilos and is likely one of the favorites moving forward in that class. So really excited to see her. Really excited to see Matt Mora. Young lifter, junior lifter, progressing incredibly fast. Like I said, he's currently nominated second. I picked him and Evan to be the 2 that I thought were going to be battling for the win. So we're going to see how it comes down to that, but I still have them as my 2 favorites.
Yeah, I'm going to mirror your picks as well. Gabrielle Phelps has been a high-level lifter for a long time. I remember when we were talking about nationals in Daytona, it was one of the lifters we really got to spotlight because she was a potential snub with the whole invite debacle and all that kind of stuff, and that's how I got onto the page, got to see the work, and now I actually got to finally watch her compete. So very excited for that. And I think shortly we are going to be on the platform here with Bria Williams' sister.
The real swole sister.
Yeah, the real swole sister. Swole auntie as well.
Yeah, swole auntie. I hear platform ready. So it is time to get started. We got that UTSA spotting and loading crew. They're doing a fantastic job. Arguably the best spotting and loading crew in the world, maybe.
Yeah, I always enjoy when they spot and load. And I know Bria has the Kraft family out there cheering her on. A lot of people from Absolute Recomp, a lot of people coming in
you know what I take
to
pride
watch
in?
her.
That the person handling her is wearing me on his shirt.
Yeah. And Marcellus
is wearing the Steve
the
Dark shirt.
The Two White Lights sponsored athlete. Yeah, didn't wear mine. I'm a little offended at that, but it's okay.
I'm not. I take no offense. All right. Controlled walkout for Bria. 135 kilo opening squat. It's deep.
Yeah, smooth looking
easy.
opener. A lot of explosiveness out of the hole there. And we have a waiting.
Yeah, it's going to be a good lift.
It's going to be a good lift, but we can't move on until the lights come up.
I'm moving on. I've moved on from this. I've already accepted Bria, got 3 white lights, and I'm ready to see May. I have not seen May lift.
Yeah, that was a good lift.
We've been talking about her. She is going to be in this battle, and let's see how this first lift looks because it'll tell us a good idea of what we're starting out in the day of what her projected total of the reality of it.
Yeah, I think the biggest mystery for me going into the meet has been May. Have not seen her lift in person. Really going off of just Instagram videos, and she's not quite the frequent poster. So it's hard to even tell.
We're having a little lifting cast thing.
Yeah,
Precious
we are.
Precious
is not
We're
up.
gonna go back
Or
to
unless
May.
they were just so confident with May's squat, they're like, give it to her.
Yeah.
Skip it. But yeah, we're back onto May. And this is a person who has been making a ton of progress in her training. Based on what we've seen, coached by Anas, part of Team Ass.
I did not know that actually.
I believe she is. Am I wrong?
Well, look
Now
at the
I'm
shirt.
scared.
Do we see?
I don't know what Anas's team logo looks like. Hopefully I didn't get that wrong. I'm going to feel like a big dummy.
We'll find out later.
Yep. After squats. I'll just not mention it the entire time, though.
He's coaching someone here because he's here. That
Yeah.
looks pretty solid.
Yeah, 3 white lights. I just saw him talking to her and seemed like he was coaching her, but
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Or handling.
This could be bad journalism. First bad journalism moment of the day.
There'll be many more. I'm wearing the shirt.
Message me if you guys could confirm.
If May is coached by Anas, but we've got Precious Andrew coming up. She's done. I think this is her 6th meet in 6 months.
Yeah, she's been competing quite frequently. Veteran of the sports. Talk about elaborate setups. Yeah. It's really just, yeah. You get
She's
some
probably-
elaborate setups.
She's probably the one we have a pretty good idea what she's going to do. Now, maybe she beats it, but she's been around a 1030 or 1040 total in all of these meets. So that's probably about where she's going to.
Yeah, tempos that squat down. Finds the depth. Pretty consistent with how her squats look. 3 white lights there.
Next up, we got Ivy Lambus. Fortunately, didn't have the best nationals. He's had a couple down meets, but as we talked about on the podcast, has a new coach in Kelly Mann. And it seemed to have been turning a corner, and we're going to see if that shows out on the platform. We haven't been seeing a whole lot in regards to the post she's been, or lifting posts, but it seems positive in the sense of what she's been putting out there. And this first squat will give us a good idea of how that's going.
Yep, 165 kilos. It will be great to see her come back after a tough nationals meets. Got that really narrow stance. Looks like he's got depth there. Let's see what the judges say. Sometimes with those narrow stances, you can get fooled with it. Yeah, 3 white lights. Yeah, you get a little bit of forward knee travel, which can occasionally cause a red light to happen. I think that's what happened at nationals, but there was no doubt there. Stay right there, but also that speed.
Yeah.
That bar speed was great.
No, that looked like a really, really good opener, so hopefully that's a show of good things to come, because if it is, she's right in there with May and Gabrielle. It's going to be a close battle on who makes lifts.
All right, 75-kilo lifter Oscar Hernandez will be attempting 197.5 kilos. Also part of the craft. Very craft-heavy lift or meet.
I mean, it's
today.
Texas. Isn't Texas home of craft? I feel like that. It's just standard.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Well, that's more North Texas. This is Southern Texas. But, yeah, I mean, no
Texas
matter
is
what
all-
Texas.
Texas is all one city for us people don't live in Texas.
Yeah, until you go
Houston,
to the
Austin,
that's a
and
very
San Antonio is all one city. You guys neighbor each other, and
Yeah.
you just
Yep.
walk outside your house, and you can go to any gym you want.
I'm turning into a Texas snob because I wanted to punch you in the face just now for saying that. Because, yeah, it does feel like you're in different states when you go to those cities. But and whenever we're at meets, in Texas, the craft is always there. Gabrielle Phelps, all right, let's see it. 215-kilo opener. That looks really good. Let's see what the judges say as far as depth goes. No problems
Yep.
there. You want to stay at that speed, and you want to stay at that depth all day.
Next up, we got Tony Wynn. I don't think we've seen him on the platform in a while. And the last time he was competing wasn't quite at his best. Or did he compete here last year?
I think he competed here last
Okay.
year. I don't remember if that was his last meet. I've always been a little bit hard on Tony Wynn. He's always been probably the best sport about it on occasion. When I share my critiques of other lifters, they send me angry DMs or, hell, even 45-minute FaceTime calls.
Yeah.
But Tony has always been a good sport about it, and he's been at the grindstone for a long time, and he's looking to get back to a level where he was a few years back, 225.5. Waiting for the lights, 3 white lights there. Excellent job.
That's only probably his next attempt is already what he hit at his last meet. So
yeah, because I remember he was blowing up for a while, looking to be one of the better young 74 kilo lifters. I think he had a number of injuries, wasn't able to really keep that momentum going. So he's on his way of working his way back up.
Yep. Speaking of up and coming, I mentioned Matt Mora.
This is a big time opener.
75 kilo lifter, just openers 635. I mean, I think he was back in May. He hit a 700 kilo training total. Obviously, that doesn't mean a whole lot until you put it on the platform, but 700 kilos as a junior at 75 would be a nice little statement here if he could do it.
Oh, absolutely. And
chain's not in his mouth, so Angelo will be cheering for him.
And he's got like 3 or 4 of them on. That's a lot of gold on the platform.
He's 2 chains. That moved well.
Yeah, that squat's as good as gold. Let's see what the judges say. 3 white lights.
All right, back to the top of the order
Add
now.
an extra kilo on that squat for what he had to wear around his neck.
Yeah, I actually agree.
All right, crowd is getting into it. Not sure if you guys can hear, but Bria Williams, 56 kilo lifter, making a 10 kilo jump. Part of the Kraft family. Kraft sister.
Well, I think she literally is the Kraft family instead of just part of it.
Is she?
I mean, since she is the real swole sister.
Yeah.
Good point.
Second best increase, 145 kilos.
Got some good aerial camera. Get to see the setup of lifters.
Simple, specific, scientific.
Yeah, and you get a little marketing there as well for Marcellus.
Yep. He definitely needs it. He's not doing too well.
Yeah.
Get warm, let's go.
Yeah, that wait list is for lasts for days. Only one I think who has a longer wait list is you in powerlifting.
With me.
Yeah.
Do a little flex.
Compare
on the side.
sizes.
Yeah, compare sizes.
Bria
All right.
Williams.
Setup was methodical. Start command has been given.
Yeah, handles that really well.
If she's Marcellus' sister, we know she can grind out a squat.
Yeah, 3 white lights.
It's part of the DNA of the Williams family.
Yeah. Not the patented massive jump from first to second.
That is true.
That is the Marcellus 20 kilo jump from first to second. On all lifts, seemingly.
This could still be a little bit.
Yeah, especially for 56
So
kilos.
I think she'll probably go another 7.5.
7.5 kilos, second attempt.
Speaking of 7.5, we got May going up 7.5.
Come on.
Props to her for hitting her hair
Yes.
with the bar. I could not do that when I had long hair. But her head's pretty forward. Doesn't tuck her neck.
Deep. Good. That looks pretty solid.
Yeah, that is a definite good lift there. 3 white lights. Now jumping from there, I would go 5.
I agree. Yeah, it started to slow down a little bit. Honestly, it was more. It's pretty speedy coming up. She definitely controlled that descent a lot more than her opener, I feel like.
Gotta respect Precious Andrew here. 1 upright in. I love doing
Yes.
that at meets.
Honestly, more people should do that.
Yeah. You clip one of the uprights, might as well just move it in. Both uprights, I don't like doing it because my hands sometimes get stuck. It happened with the row combo rack a lot for me, where my pinky would get almost like clipped. And that was another one of my powerlifting phobias. Happened to blink something at the Arnold when they used the row combo racks. But these are Lycos, but still, you know, I clip the upright on occasion. Precious Andrew, tempo squat. Finds that depth a little bit slow midway through. And 3 white lights there.
Even
Going
though
to see a more conservative attempt, but he did make that 10 kilo jump already.
Maybe
so.
5 kilos. Honestly, I mean,
5
that
tops.
was obviously slow coming up, but I think because of how much she tempo is going down, that's not. I mean, for most people, that would be like RPE 9.5 to 10. Honestly, I think she's got a little bit more in the tank because of just how much she controls that descent. So, Ivy making a 10 kilo jump. She smoked that opener.
Yeah, she killed it. Got her squat in. You know, it's got to be a relief, too, after Nationals. Just going and just murdering your first squat.
That definitely helps build some confidence. She can keep that momentum rolling here. Hard. No, you can
She's got that narrow stance. You know, I'm a big fan of narrow stance
like
squatters.
You like that narrow stance.
Yep.
Yep.
That's right through it. And let's see what the judges say. 3 white lights. All right, so she's found it. She's found a groove there. Probably go 5 kilos for the next jump here.
Yep. Oscar Hernandez making the 15-kilo jump. You tell me. First time you walked up, I'm gonna lie.
You're crazy. No.
You don't see the hair?
Kinda. Who doesn't have that hair? We'll throw a stone in Houston. You're gonna find someone with the little curls. Okay, actually, he looked more like Joe Bornstein.
I can see some Joe Bornstein. If Joe
Sorry,
Bornstein
Oscar Hernandez, for ruining your commentary.
Well,
right
no.
now.
If Joe and the Beal had a love child, it would be Oscar Hernandez.
Oh, hopefully that never happens, right? 3 white lights would be a good puller. Right,
Yeah,
if
there
Joe,
would be
if
it
Joe
would be a
and-
really good, and actually, it might
actually
be a pretty
around
good,
now because Nabil has like some solid genetics.
Yeah, it would actually be a pretty well-rounded lifter.
Yeah, because
if you get Joe.
yeah, Joe squat and bench, and
Yeah.
then Joe and Nabil's.
Fortunately, Oscar halfway decent.
Yeah, very good.
12.5, but
Yeah.
I am sorry for ruining that, but also
Yeah,
it's fun.
yeah, but all commentary is going to take a weird turn if 2 white lights actually is in person.
Yes.
If we're on Zoom, we get a little bit more tamed. I don't know why. All right, Gabrielle Phelps, smile on her face.
Is the lift already done? She knows it's done. It's in the bag. It is.
Excellent.
That was a 15-kilo jump.
15-kilo jump
insane.
looked great. Over 500 pounds.
Well, this is going to make a difference because if she's making 15-kilo jumps, it's not going to be that close anymore because that's going to really start to separate her on that DOS score if she's opening up this light. We'll see, but let's see what she
That
puts
was
on.
money.
Yes,
That's
it was.
what was that? 507.
Yeah, 507.
Jesus.
Yep.
Made easy work out of that. All right, Tony Wynn.
If she did nationals, I think she would have had one of the top 10 DOT scores or something like that. I think I might be wrong on that, but I mean, she's one of the top pros. We just haven't really seen her compete head to head.
I know the struggle.
Yeah.
Special ed teacher, softball coach. Tony Wynn.
Yeah, a little tougher.
He can grind through his squats, though. I've seen some death squats from Tony. Like absolute killer death squats from him. Like type of squats that'll take years off your life. So I think if he goes 5 kilos, he'll be able to potentially grind one out. Matthew Moore will be next, 257.5 kilos. And yeah, this is a legit squat, 5-kilo lifter. Really excited to see what he does with it.
Lead man. Could be wrong on that. He did compete at collegiate nationals this year. That was kind of a little bit of his breakout meet, maybe a little bit overshadowed that 75-kilo battle, but
Shaking his head.
he's smiling though. It's one of the. I don't know if that was like one of those like semi-cocky shaking your head, like.
Nah, I could tell.
He almost feel like he almost lost balance in the bar. In
It's
back a bit,
it's
like
I don't know. I
Kyle
mean,
earlier.
yeah, this is a speculation, but I mean, I spoke on it earlier. I do the same thing myself. Sometimes you gotta laugh at it, but you know, if you're a lifter who if you're a lifter who knows themselves very well, and you know what a good squat feels like, and something's just a little bit off, you're just a little upset with your execution.
Yep.
But that looked great. Possibly just could have put himself out of position just a little bit. It wasn't visible, but it could have been felt.
All right, May taking the 5-kilo jump that we thought she would. She's actually going to lead us off because Bria took a little bit bigger of a jump and has lots advantage. Ooh, just not quite there. Bria going to come out with the same weight now. Bria still relatively new to the sport. Has been making some rapid progress. I mean, this is a huge squat for an undersized 56-kilo lifter. She only weighs in at 54. plenty of room to grow into this weight class. Plenty of time to continue to grow and become a top-level national competitor. We talked about it. Who's going to be the better lifter?
Marcellus or Bria?
Marcellus or Bria?
My money's on Bria.
Why aren't we sponsoring her for 2 highlights then?
That's a good point. He doesn't have a YouTube. That's primarily the reason.
I mean, she basically does because she's on Marcellus's all the time.
152.5 kilo, third attempt. Oh, she just got out of position a bit there.
Yeah, that was probably a half kilo away from being a good lift.
Yeah, a little bit of shifting there. Fortunately. Goes 2 for 3 on squat. Sets herself up, but again, I think this is her 4th meet.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's a lot of room to grow, and you know the genetics are there. You know that there's the craft is there. You know that young lifters who are dedicated to the sport can make incredible progress in a short period of time.
Has that sport background. I believe she was a track athlete.
Yeah.
All right, Precious coming out 5 kilo jump. This is about exactly where we had figured she would be going from.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be quite a fight here.
Yep. A very close grip. Creates a really good tight upper back. Rolled.
Yep, that's a fight.
Good. I think that's still plenty deep, but she did cut that one a bit higher, maybe strategically in a good way, because I think that helped her to. That really wasn't that much harder than the second attempt. So
yeah, I thought it was good.
Yep.
It seemed to be on par with all of her squats. Pretty much identical to our squats. It just got, the bar speed got a little bit slower as it went on, and there was consistency there. Yeah, I know from experience. I tempo my squat down quite a bit, and coming back up, it's slow. It's just trying to maintain that consistency. All right, Ivy Lambus looking to end this squat day off on a real strong note. So 2 for 2. I think an appropriate 5 kilo jump. This is exactly what I would put her at if I was handling her.
This is a big lift, too, because May missed her 3rd attempt. Gabrielle's gone up 7.5 kilos. If Gabrielle hits 7.5 kilos, if Ivy doesn't hit this, that's going to start to gap things to where it's going to be tough. So this is really big for Ivy.
On occasion, just through squats can actually dictate the competition quite well. Oh, wow.
Yep.
Lots of energy there. Let's see what the judges say. 3 white lights. You know she's loving it right now.
That moves Ivy in the second over May now. So, like I said, May was coming out in second on forecasted total. Ivy now jumps into second by about 5 dots points. If Gabrielle hits her 3rd, though, that'll put her up by about 12. All right. We got Nabil Borenstein coming up. 496-pound squat for Oscar Hernandez, 225 kilos. Oscar, I'm sorry, but
all his family's like, this Steve guy sucks. All right, 225 kilos. Got to be a milestone lift, right?
Let's see.
He pushes through that really well.
Well, he went just under 5. I mean, I don't know if he's ever hit 500 before. He went just under. He definitely has 500 if he wants it.
You know what? That's 3 white lights. It's a funny thing. The stupid thought shouldn't even be shared on commentary.
But it's going to.
But I'm going to anyways. Yeah, because I just said it. I always think 500 pounds for European lifters is probably not a milestone, but 225 is because it's just a nice even number.
Yeah.
4 plates. But then for us, it's it's just under 500.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how it's played. If you're a European lifter who's listening, DM me if 500 matters.
Yeah, if our American units matter in any way to you. All right, Gabrielle Phelps, 237.5. This is a big lift.
Push through it, Gabrielle.
Yep, I think she's got it.
And a sigh of relief there. Let's see what the judges say. Waiting on pins and needles. The crowd has not yet celebrated. I'm trying to find words to 3 white lights.
Lift. That gives her a nice little cushion now. I mean, she's in the driver's seat. I mean, she's going to probably have to miss to open up some room for Ivy and May to sneak back in there. So, that's about what we thought, though. We knew Gabrielle was the person to beat. And she typically hits her lifts. She doesn't miss too often. All right, Tony coming back, just a 5-kilo jump. That second attempt was a bit tough. I did feel like he maybe lost position a little bit at the bottom.
So-
He didn't get a great rebound.
Yeah, so here's the deal. Matt Holden coaches Tony Wynn only if he hits lifts, though. If he misses lifts, Joe Stanek coaches him.
Got it.
And
All
Tony
right.
Wynn, let's see. We're going to wait on the judges
who
here to see
coaches
who
him.
coaches him.
He is coached by Matt
Matt
Holden.
Holden, excellent job with your athlete,
Congrats.
buddy. 3 white lights.
I bet Joe wishes he coached him,
Yeah.
but he does hit lifts, so.
Big jump here for Matt Mora.
Holy cow. 12 and a half. 12 and a half. I mean, that is a big
Yeah,
jump.
it's
12
a
and
big
half.
jump comparatively.
Yeah. But we'll see
Oh,
how
it's
this,
consistent, but it's still a big jump comparatively to one,
And
just
at
weight
sec-
range and everything else.
that second attempt moved well. We'll see.
The only thing really shook his head, but the speed was, I mean, the bar path was consistent, or the speed was consistent with his first.
He's hit 272.5 in training. I've seen that, so this is in the wheelhouse of what he's done.
Yeah, I mean, the meat atmosphere can change a lot of things. All right, the speed is there.
Yep.
We, of course, have to wait on what the judges say. Two
Two white
white
lights.
lights, the first
That's-
2 white light lift of the day.
That's big because for him to be making 12.5-kilo jumps on both attempts, that honestly might put him in the lead after all squats are done. But obviously, we got to see Flight B now and where people go from there. But that is Matthew's making an early statement right now.
Yeah, that was about as good as it can get, and really, we had a lot of great lifting or great squatting there in that first flight.
Yeah.
A few,
Only
missed thirds,
2 missed
but a
lifts.
whole lot of white lights being passed around.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing top-level national quality lifting. There's a difference. I mean, we had some really good lifting earlier, but you can tell a difference in the experience and poise of these lifters on the platform because they've been here before.
Yeah, and also give something to shoot for when you're in the regular session. Like at times you don't want to keep on hyping up the primetime session as a regular session, but people want to get to this level.
Yeah. We saw some people like Josh Cortez that very well could be in this session next year. All right, Ray Espinoza, opening attempt. Is
Good
good.
lifter. I was a little worried that he jumped his rack command, but I don't see the head judge, so.
All right, Carlos Mata up next. He is definitely in the running too, currently forecasted in 6. He's also we've got a pretty nice little sub-battle here of just 75-kilo lifters.
There's a ton of them. I remember last year there was a good amount of 75-kilo lifters
Well,
here,
I
too.
think do they just grow on trees in Texas?
I think they're just 82.5-kilo lifters waiting to happen.
Okay, so what is it something where they grow to
Yeah, they-
75s on the tree, and then
Well,
once they're,
no, they're
watered off of the tree, they turn into 82.5-kilo lifters?
Yeah,
And
well,
if
it's
they're
like they're-
fed, they're 90s.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then, when they're in 6th grade, they're pretty much 66-kilo lifters because, Texas is built different. Like, this is the athlete here. And then by the time they're teen, they're 75, and then once they get to college, they're 82.
Got it.
And then, by the time they're 30, they're playing in the NFL.
Looks like
Good
a nice
job from
opener.
Carlos Mata. Always been a fan of the hair at his meets. I think this is like
Lifts-
3rd or 4th time commentating for Carlos.
Lifts in the shadows.
I'm trying to get that reference. What is
Because
it?
you can't, his hair's covering
Oh,
his face. You can't
oh,
see him. He's
okay.
just lifting in the shadows.
Okay. I guess it just wasn't that good of a joke.
I'm calling it an amazing joke, and I'm going to use it from now on just because it's a thing. But first, we got Mr. Spicy Cajun Fries.
Speaking of hair, right?
And yeah, speaking of hair and speaking of Twitch, it's been on the Tyler 1 powerlifting meet the last 2 years running.
Nice confidence, let's go.
Yep, I love me some spicy Cajun fries. Got to see him last year. Had a great performance. Also had a good performance at Nationals as well.
Yes, he did. That's beautiful.
Smooth attempt there.
That wasn't spicy. It was buttery.
Why not both?
Spicy is when we start getting the battles on deadlifts.
Yeah. Okay.
That's when we turn up the heat. That's when we up the
Because
scope.
it's good. Well, the best Cajun food is
Scoville
buttery
level
and
comes up.
spicy. Got to get both in there.
Yeah.
All right, class act Cody Hartman. Giving the fist bumps to 4.
Another 75-kilo
On
lifter.
occasion, whenever I see this, lifters do this, I'm like, I really hope your setup is quick. Because he's taking
Got
about
36 seconds left.
20 seconds on just
Yeah,
walking
he
around.
is a nori lifter. Some nori lifters are known to time out.
Yeah, 1 in attendance today. I believe refereeing. Sorry, Kat. We love you.
Yes. She's okay with it. She knows what she did. All right, getting set.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time.
Got that start command, so he's good to go. Deep. Locked out.
Yeah, nice little squat attempt there.
gonna be
This is probably my max without wrist wraps. 225, yeah. I don't think I can hold on to a bar without wrist wraps.
Didn't you compete in that 80? Did you ever do 80
No,
whatever?
I only did
that makes you
APF.
go like no sleeve.
Well, I did no knee sleeve. No, so I could do I could high bar a lot, no wrist wraps. I
Okay.
cannot low bar
Got it.
anything without wrist wraps. I think once I get over 3 red plates, I can't do it. I could do it without knee sleeves. Just can't do it. All right,
Derek Acuna.
Derek Acuna, not Nye.
Acuna.
Yeah.
Okay. Presenter tomorrow at the Corrupted Summit.
Yeah, doing
Doctor
it all
of
this.
Physical Therapy.
Yeah, doing it all this weekend.
Craftsman. Last meet was a nice battle at Collegiate Nationals with Mr. Ashton.
Oh, that's some speed right there.
That's what happens when you played linebacker in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's the speed to you.
3 white lights. I can honestly say that I am compared to Joe Buck in this situation, because at a point we possibly both commentated Derek Acuna's name, and I'm happy about that.
That is true.
I love
You
Joe
have something
Buck.
in common.
Yeah.
And you both been on ESPN.
Has Joe Buck?
I don't know.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
just
think
gonna
Joe Buck
say
has. He's been a Fox guy.
All right. Well, something more important. We've been waiting for this lifter ever since the preview show. Jean-Loup Bernard Reyes. We just wanted to say Jean-Loup. Looks like a Texas A&M Aggie lifter. 270 kilo opener.
A fantastic powerlifting club. Oh, we're getting some good squats here.
That was
These are
beautiful.
some money
Well,
openers.
if you have those legs, you better be able to squat.
Yeah, that's a build. That's a squatty body. I've ever seen one.
Yes.
I forgot what, again, another bad commentating moment. I forgot what scout says that for the NFL. Squatty body. He calls guys with big lower body squatty bodies.
I do not know.
Yeah, he always does the combines and stuff. He's a big scout for them, so he has like little code names. So like in like the rap sheet, they'll put like squatty body or. All right, Edwin McQuiston.
He is one of the favorites coming to this meet, fairly experienced lifter, currently nominated in the top 5. 270 kilo opener, 595 pounds. That's going to be a good lift, I believe.
It is 3 white lights. Yeah, everything is looking real good on these openers. All right, Tyler Draham.
Coached and handled by John Downing.
$100 kilo lifter. I'm very excited to see what he does. This is another person that once the rosters were announced, we did preview shows. Wasn't a lifter I was familiar with. Follow him on Instagram, and the work is looking good. Clearly a unit.
He is. I don't know how he used to not be a 100 kilo lifter, because I believe he used to compete at 93. I think he's probably going to be above 100 kilos at some point in his career
Yeah.
with that kind of height.
Yeah, well put together. Speaking of well put together, excellent opening attempt. Squat, 280 kilos. Looking money. 3 white lights. And we're back to the top of the order. Ray Espinoza, 75 kilo lifter. Everyone hit their openers. Actually, everyone hit their openers like openers should really be moved. Not a whole lot of critiques here. All really want to see is some jumps.
Be aggressive with it.
And 212 to 225 for Ray Espinoza.
Yep.
I agree with
Let's settle.
So why they're in the primetime session?
Yeah, I mean, after this, it's pretty much all you're going to see.
Nice.
gets really wide with that with his grip on the bar there. Three white lights.
That matches the old school Inzer singlet and shirt.
Yeah.
To go that wide. I think that's just kind of like standard.
The shirt too. He's got like the oversized shirt. I know. One thing that I do hope actually becomes a trend because Sean wants to do it is the collar shirts.
He wants to go collar.
I don't want to do that, but I want to do the collar shirts. I want to bring those back. I'm all for it. If you guys have the collar shirts, I actually think comp tees would look really cool if they're all collared.
They would.
I don't think Russell he would look great in a collar shirt. That would take away all of his swag.
Well, I'll tell you, you wouldn't even know if he was in a collar shirt. Hiding the collar, and you wouldn't even know.
Oh, no. And great catch by the UTSA, but he is holding his adductor really bad right now. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, you never want to see that. Unfortunate stuff there. It looks like a torn adductor. Happens a lot, and it's always gnarly. Hopefully he's okay, though.
Yeah, that looks. I had a lifter just had a pretty notable adductor tear, and that was about what it looks like. The only good thing is, I mean, it was Lorenzo. 4 months later, he's pretty much back to 100%.
Yeah, it's a recoverable one. Probably be back doing certain things. I mean, as far as just like hanging around, warming up in a few days. But yeah, that's gonna be a hard one. Here's some claps from the audience, which is good. That means he's probably back on his feet.
Yep.
But common injury in powerlifting, unfortunately, is the adductor. And when you would see it, it's probably on squat.
Yep. And significant. You'll see it sometimes on deadlift, but the more significant ones is you saw it exactly there where you saw that right leg buckle a little bit.
Mm. Yeah, and it looks like we're ready to go. Hopefully Carlos Mata is okay. You never want to see that at powerlifting meets. And we have spicy Cajun fries up next. We have an aerial view here of Evan. You gotta say though, UTSA spotting.
Yep.
Kind of.
That's very.
That's why you pay him, because it actually keeps Carlos more safe.
Yeah.
And also the people spotting with you more safe. That's why you get these guys out for your meets. They'll keep the lifters safe. They'll keep themselves safe. Everyone feels safe under their control. 237.5 kilos for spicy Cajun fries.
Opener was easy.
Yeah, he's a pretty slow, methodical swatter.
And looked pretty solid too.
Yeah, consistent with his first as far as bar speed goes. Waiting for the lights.
Already matching what he did at his last meet, so I think we're in for something
three
good.
white lights there. What was his last meet?
Nationals.
Nationals, okay.
Yep.
Bars loaded for Derek Cocoon.
All right, Derek Okune making a big 20-kilo jump here. Well, actually just under 20 kilos, 15. Wait, what's going on? It's Cody Hartman. Okay, well, lifting cast got me mixed up.
Yep. Cody Hartman coming up.
Let's go, Cody.
He's taking a 15-kilo jump.
Yep, 15-kilo jump, 240 kilos. 528, I believe. Loaded up.
All right, getting his brace going.
That's good.
He's got a lot of shifting going on.
A little tough. I think he's going to get this lift, but I don't know if there's going to be that much more going into that third.
Yep, 5 kilos, if that. We've been wrong before, though. All right, now it's Derek Okune. 20-kilo jump, 260 to 280.
That was very much a craft attempt selection. That first attempt looked like a last warm up, and I assume this one's going to probably be pretty darn easy too. I know he squatted 630 something in the gym, so this is still well under his best. 630 was very hard.
Yeah, really just trying to find his way back on the platform, feel it out a little bit.
Since 2008. He did.
Yeah, it's I mean, I know the name. My first time actually watching him compete, so that's good to see.
Yeah, that was very easy.
A lot of strength there from Derek.
He might be able to do another 20-kilo jump.
Will he though? I don't think so.
15.
Yeah,
295.
I was gonna say 12, but
I can see 12. I won't.
we're splitting hairs here if we're talking 12 to 15.
Yeah, but it's important that one of us is correct. We
Yeah.
know that every single thing we talk about is competitive, and one of us has to be right.
Edwin Quiston going 282.5 here. Good job of setting himself up. Got that shelf going.
Nonchalant, easy on rack. Confident in it. Confident in that squat too.
Yeah, that's looking solid.
Give him that head nod. He knows it's 3 white lights.
Yeah, nailed it. 3 whites. Okay, favorite name of the day so far, Jean-Loup Bernard Reyes. Also getting a 15-kilo jump. 270, 205.
Bars crooked.
Rack height changed. On one side there.
Yeah, this aerial camera could be really good for you inner powerlifters.
I wish I had that for coaching.
Yeah. Very good squat attempts here. Isaac Whistler took aerial cameras of me when I was squatting to show me how far off my position was on my back.
For the bar being crooked?
Yeah.
Yep. We talked about that in Miami too, I think, or maybe I just told Joe afterwards.
We talked about it, and you said potentially that's what's leading to my hip problems, and yeah, it's actually it's a little hard to do because when you're squatting, just in the gym, you can't really put an aerial camera on it.
Yep. You kind of just have to have someone line you up.
Yeah, that's
at that point. It's just kind of a bad habit you get into. You start shifting off to the side a little bit. You don't even realize it.
I do it as I'm doing reps too. I start to shift it on one side. Actually, one day. But enough about me. Tyler Draham, 292.5 kilos, 280 really, really well. Gotta respect Davian being the shortest guy there in back spotting.
Yep.
If there was one man I could trust, it's Davian.
Davian's got an incredible overhead press.
Yeah, I seen it. Pretty much just do a pull-up to rack Tyler in there. He heard my commentary on the earlier session. He wasn't going to speak about it. But it does make sense if you are on the shorter side, side spotting might be impossible.
Well, really, the back spotter is not supposed to do much. They're not really supposed to be grabbing the spotter, because it's honestly just dangerous. Because that bar gets dumped, they're screwed. It's the side spotters.
Yeah, with two side spotters. Yeah, so when you get two side spotters in a certain weight, so when I'm in the gym, you're only really going to get 3 spotters most of the time. I don't think I've ever got a multi-side spot. So it's big for me to get the big man behind and get the 2 maybe smaller people on the side.
Mm-hmm.
When I get 3, but if I'm going, 5 spotters, I can mix and match, and we're all good. And I'm a short guy, so
yeah,
you don't have a whole lot of reaching. I'm short according to some.
Someone called you tall today.
People still believe I'm tall. Best lie I've ever told.
Ray with a good grind.
That's a truthful squat. 3 white lights there from Ray Espinoza.
I mentioned it after the first flight, based off of Matt Mora's jumps, that he may be leading fighting the squats, and that is correct. Based on the current attempts, if everyone makes their attempts, Matt Mora will be leading after squats.
Cody Hartman making that 5 kilo jump. As suggested, I think that is a fair attempt for him. Finding that shelf. Yeah, he made a pretty big jump from 1 to 2.
Yeah, 15 kilos. We obviously saw it get a little grindy, a little shifty.
Yeah, you're seeing the shakes happen already. But it's still a third attempt. It happens for pretty much everyone. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a little bit too much for him on the day. Would you even jump 2.5 kilos? Sometimes it's the thing you just don't do.
No. I mean,
It's either you scratch or jump 5.
yeah. I probably wouldn't jump 2.5 for the reason that you're likely to get more out of just letting it rest and save it for deadlift most of the time.
Yeah, my point. I would just scratch. So don't expend really any energy at all.
All right. Let's see if he can turn it from buttery to spicy on this third attempt. 247.5 for Evan. A nice PR. Pretty big PR.
Yeah, Mr. Judice. Gonna go 3 for 3. Has to make the squat smooth. He's got himself a really good, yeah, he's got some really good consistent bar speed. Yep, just like that.
Yep.
Good lift there.
That's going to keep him right in the hunt. I think the top 4 are only separated by like 6 dot points right now. So it's all about making lifts. You have to make your lifts here. This is very similar to, I'm biased because I was involved in it, but the 75 kilo battle at Nationals where you had 8 people who viably could have won, and you just had to make lifts, and that's what happened. You had Anas, you had Joe, and you had Eric making their lifts while other people started trailing off and making bad attempt selection. So far, we don't have anyone tailing off. Everyone's making their lifts. Edwin is one of those. I think he's currently forecasted in 3rd place. 10 kilo jump to 292.5 here. And that's going to be good, I think.
Yeah, stays with it. Excellent job squatting. 3 white lights from Edwin, big time. All right, Jean-Luc Bernard Reyes making a 10 kilo jump. His first 2 squats look beautiful. Looking to join the long line of listers here with some white light squats.
295 kilos.
Yep, I really see only one true miss so far in this flight.
Our next 2 squats are going to be at the 300 kilo range.
I told you Derek going for 20 kilos.
Did you say that?
I did, and then you said 15.
You actually said 12 or 15.
I agreed with you. It could be 12 or 15.
We're both wrong. John Liu. Excellent squatting there. 3 white lights, 9 white lights all around from him. Real good execution there. All right, here's Derek Akune.
661.
Would this match a best or PR?
Do not know. I think I have his last meet numbers here. Nope, he's hit 672 before.
Okay. All right, taking that platform with some energy. Looks like a solid, composed walkout. A lot of explosiveness in his squat.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're going to have to put a little bit more weight on the bar. You were right with 20 kilos, and I think he actually could have matched maybe 305 squat today.
He could have. He's been pretty – I remember back in the day, and I talked like it's a really long time ago, but 2018, 2019, he always made everything look easy. I don't think he really grinds out lifts, though. So that could have been somewhat hard, but either way, he crushed that one. Final squat of the day, Tyler Draham. Talked about he is right in the hunt, so this is big.
Yeah, based on how his other squat looked, I think a 10-kilo jump is a really good call here. I think he's going to put himself in a good position to continue to build throughout the day.
Depth is there.
Yeah,
Grind is
perfectly
there.
called
Yep.
third attempt. 302.5 kilos.
No one's missing.
Yep, 3 white lights there. A ton of great lifts in the squat session, and we have a meet. So from the female side, we got Gabrielle Phelps kind of pushing herself in the lead, but now on the men's side, it's turned into a little bit of a toss-up after squats.
It's a 5-way battle on the men's side between Matt, Tony, Tyler, Evan, and Edwin. That is, I mean, they're all separated. I made no more than 10 dots points. So, again, it's just going to come down to made lists. Bench is where people start to miss a little bit. So, we might see a little separation there, but I think we're going to have multiple pulls for the win, but some really good lifting. I mean, take away the fact of the unfortunate injury, only 3 missed attempts between all 2 flights. So, fantastic lifting.
Yeah,
we got what we came for.
Yeah, the execution has been fantastic with all the lifters, male and female. Really good attempt selection as well. Bench press, I'm going to make a prediction. I think actually people are going to have a relatively good bench session because it looks like they're going to pick the appropriate numbers. Then deadlifts is when things are going to get real. I think you're going to see the competition kind of take fold just a little bit. I honestly don't think we're going to see a lot of missed second attempts. That's when competitions kind of turn on its head a little bit. Miss second attempts, and then people go 1 for 3. I don't think we're going to see a lot of that with these type of lifters.
Yeah, everyone looks on today. Like, everyone looks like they came to battle.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to see that battle. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break, and we will be back with bench press. See you guys soon.
And when you hear the sound of the drum, we'll be saying, here we come. Yeah, here we come. Hey, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Yeah, here we come. Hey, here we come. Hey, here we come. Here we come. And when you hear the sound of the drum, we'll be saying, here we come. Yeah, here we come. Hey, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Yeah, here we come. Hey, here we come. Hey, here we come. Here we come.
And we are back here in Houston, Texas for Texas Barbell Syndicate Primetime. We're going to get the benches rolling with Bria Williams, part of the craft.
Getting right into it, 60 kilo opener.
132.
I got the aerial camera here.
Nice little bench view here. See everything.
Yep.
We don't care about elbow depth, so we don't necessarily.
Are we? Oh, I'm like, hey, that's
My NT didn't come through.
news to me.
Start! Press!
Yeah, really good looking opener there. I expect 25. If it's Marcel's making the calls, 25 kids
Conservative 22.
at least.
All right, Ivy. Talk about how good squats went. Looks like this is her meat back. She's been waiting for 92.5 kilo opener here.
Yeah, everything looked great on squat.
She moved into second place after squat, but it's still close.
Let's go!
Gonna have to make every lift for Coach Gabrielle and stay in the month of May currently.
Come on! You got plenty of time, set it up! Come on! Start! Press! Right!
Pretty solid opener. She's fully color coded with that nail polish.
Yep. Yeah, solid looking bench press there. Gotta respect the lifter who
Bars loaded for Precious
plays
Andrew,
into the
97.5 kilos.
matching
Opening attempt.
Yeah,
aesthetic.
my wife would appreciate that.
All right, we got Precious Andrew, went 3 for 3 on squats, taking a self lift off. And like you said, Steve, you probably have a good idea on what she's going to be hitting,
Yep.
Start!
just based on the frequent competitions.
Press!
She's been pretty consistent throughout.
Right!
Yeah, especially with bar. I've been talking about bar speed a lot. At times, off to the side. I do stage, or stage right. I think it's stage right. I wasn't a great feeder student, but we talk about bar speed a lot today. It's a consistent bar speed. It's not the speed per se of how fast it moves, but as long as it can be consistent.
Yeah. May coming out 102.5 kilo opener. 226 pounds. Darn good opening bench press for 60 kilos.
Yeah, unfortunately, she went 2 for 3 on her squat. Does take a little bit off your total there, and I think every kilo is going to count.
Press!
Excellent looking opening attempt, and she's got one of those arches that I'm very curious to see how it progresses throughout the meet. Because that was smoked, but when you got that super technical one. You don't know how.
We haven't seen
how
any
it's
slipping
executed.
today, and you got that Alico bench, which you know
Well,
you're
you
going
don't.
to stick on that.
You're not gonna slip on this carpet. This is my favorite carpet to bench on.
I haven't gotten to use this, but also I don't know if I can actually bench enough that it matters.
It doesn't. But well, I'm just saying, like, this carpet is just. It's the best carpet. It's
what we
like at
needed-
local
it's what we
meets,
need
the
at
best.
nationals.
The best thing at local meets is the carpet. It's always better than nationals.
That's so backwards.
Yeah, I know.
Very true.
That's the only I get excited for it.
Press!
A tempo bench from Gabrielle.
Looks a little, I don't know,
Yeah,
speculatory. Looks a
didn't-
little disappointed in it.
Well, because she came up smiling on every squat. She didn't quite have that same emotion there.
Yeah, well, that's gonna be big because, like what I said at the end of squats, it's more so who goes 1 for 3 on bench. That really takes people out of confidence. 2 for 3, speaking from experience, you can work with 2 for 3 because you're only knocking 2.5 to 5 kilos off your total most of the time. When you go 1 for 3, that means you're taking off about 10 kilos, depending on how far you're going to build. Okay, so I saw Oscar Hernandez in the back. Only on live stream does he look like Joe Borgesino. He's not mistaken for them in person. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter.
We've done it.
Heels into this.
Sorry,
and
Oscar.
We're hoping that he takes after Joe on bench press.
I wish I'd take after Joe on bench press.
That looks solid.
Hell, I take after Oscar as well. That was a smooth looking bench.
Matt Mora currently forecasted in first place after squats. Let's see how this we made some big jumps on squat. 12.5 kilos for both. So my assumption is he's opening up pretty light and planning to take some big jumps. So if that is the case, we should see a pretty nice, speedy opener here.
Yeah, the lifter you were spotlighting at the initial part here has definitely showed out on squats, and let's see if he can continue this momentum going into bench press. Good looking opener.
That's
Good looking lift.
One thing that's tough to see, because you saw a little bit of hip movement there. We obviously from this aerial view, you cannot see at all if that butt popping up. But obviously no issues there. 3 white lights. We got Tony ending off this flight. Bench attempts 147.5 kilo opener.
325 pounds. You lift with this crew all the time. You know who you are.
UTSA lifter.
Let's go, Tony.
Yep, Tony Wynn. Again, I think the same rules apply. If it goes well, Matt Holden is the proud coach of Tony Wynn. If bench doesn't go well, Joe Stanek is the coach of Tony Wynn.
Matt, we know Matt programs the squat portion of Tony's program, but
Yeah,
we
hopefully-
don't know yet who
Hopefully,
programs his bench.
hopefully Joe Stanek doesn't give him the Angelo program. Doesn't look like 147.5 kilos or 75 kilo lifter looking really good.
That's a strong bench couple with Tony and Caitlin.
Yeah. Now we're back up to the top of the order already.
Yeah, flying through this, Bria Williams. She's going a little conservative. We thought 25 kilos. She's going 7.5.
Yeah, no 25 kilos jump to 85 keys.
I really don't know. We talked about it before. I'm just going to sign up for a meet and just settle my openers at like national records and just in case we're out of timeout.
Oh, I thought you were going to change them like.
Well, no, I'm going to sign up for TBS Primetime next year, and I'm going to open at like 7:27 on squat and just like pace each time and time out. And I'll be forecasted to win initially. I mean, I'll eventually bomb out, but I will be forecasted to win.
Yeah, exactly. You can say you were leading the entire day.
Yes.
I'm going to do that at nationals. It's not as ridiculous, but I can say that in my caption. 7.5 kilos for Bria Williams.
It actually looked better in her opener. Her opener, she touched a little bit high, and that looked more comfortable there.
Yep.
So,
Good job there. I would go 2.5 though.
Yeah, times that by 10, so 22.5.
Yeah. Is that what Marcellus does? Just get an initial
He
attempt
just
and
he just
multiply it by
DM'd
10.
me and said, okay, they got the second out of the way, now they can YOLO. So I don't know if that means 2.5 kilos or if it means 22.5 kilos. All right, Ivy making a 5 kilo jump. In seriousness, we do find a lot, like usually about 5-ish kilo jumps for a lot of women, and then a 2.5 kilo jump into their third. That's a pretty typical setup for a lot of women, or lighter weight class men. In fact, 2.5 kilos isn't isn't light. That's a pretty big jump if you're taking into consideration of percentages.
Start. Press.
Oh, it rolled. Oh my God! What strength! That is
Seemed like
hard to do.
She tried to anticipate the press command a bit, and she didn't get it. Yeah.
Yeah, because whenever a lifter does that, whenever it starts to come a little bit towards, or just starts to get driven back towards the combo a little bit, and when their arms get out of position, and when they start rolling, I'm like 9 times out of 10, I'm calling that a bad lift because they're not going to be able to budge it off their chest. That's just pure strength right there.
Especially for a high arch, wide grip bencher, usually it's even harder to recover in that sense.
Unreal. That was awesome. So I was about to say, ooh, that's going to be unfortunate. Boom, she just kept going.
All right, well, if Ivy had the most colorful nails, Precious has the longest, flashiest nails.
Press.
It's moving.
He can grind out a lift. Look at the focus
She's
there.
gonna get this.
Look at the focus.
Yep.
Talk about a poker face.
That one, I would pass on the phone.
Yeah, well, I mean, her lifts are. I mean, we talked about it. They seem to be able to slower bar speed. That is a really difficult thing for coaches. I know Drew Thompson for you is the guy. I mean, that's a second Drew Thompson name drop for this one, but yeah, like watching him lift them. How do you judge his RPEs?
I just load it up and know he's going to hit it somehow. So Precious is going up 2.5 kilos. She may prove me wrong and make me look really stupid. And
Or could time out.
Or she could time out, yes.
Won't know until they hit the platform.
May going up 5 kilos, 107.5. That opener moved really, really well.
Start.
Yep, as you can see.
Press.
Yep, move just as well as her first. Looking good there.
All right, Gabrielle jumping 7.5. We thought she wasn't, just by demeanor, wasn't super happy with that opening attempt, but 7.5 kilos does show that she was confident up there.
Bars loaded for Gabrielle Phelps, 120 kilos, 264 pounds.
Well, she doesn't have chain in mouth. She has
Hair in mouth?
braided mouth. She releases it now.
Yeah.
It was part of the setup. I respect
I don't.
it.
Well, yeah, it's not chain in mouth. I respect it too. Yeah, so she's got that slow tempo down. Oh, much better.
Yeah,
Much
honestly,
better.
almost even better.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's dealing with a little bit of like bicep or shoulder tendonitis from low bar squat. You can kind of see how she's very like, it says like a slow release of the bar and see that. So I don't know if maybe that's why she's tempoing it as well. Just speculation based off of demeanor, but either way, very, very good lift. Looked just like earlier.
Bars
Went up
loaded
another
for
5
Matthew
kilos from there.
Mora.
Got Matt Mora up next, 10 kilo jump.
Pounds.
Continue to add to his current dot score that is forecasted for the win.
Start. Press.
Nice job there from Matt Mora. 10 kilo jump too. I mean, that's a big jump for this type of weight range. You can handle it easy.
Well,
So.
speaking of big jump, 15 kilos for Oscar.
Yeah, that's quite the jump.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to remember. Yeah, his first attempt was smoked, but still,
That's a really, really big jump for
he's part of the craft.
Yeah.
Remember, part of the craft.
Hernandez, 140
I think I talked to Marcellus at Nationals on why he does this, and I forgot.
He does it because it started a lot with Ashton. It's kind of the first one he did it with. It's just a matter of like really taking such an easy opener that it has no fatigue carryover. It's really your last warm up, so that really you're only taking 2 attempts. Because it makes sense to an extent.
Yeah,
it makes
does.
sense because in reality, you're really just trying to have 1 attempt on the day. Your goal is for that look good.
Yeah, look
No
good there.
issues.
I think it's clear second attempt.
Yeah, your goal really is your opener is to get in the meat. Your second attempt is to give you an idea of your top end, and your third attempt is to take what you think is your top end for the day. You're really only trying to take 1 maximal lift. So all Marcellus tends to do is go a bit easier than conservative. So there's pros and cons there. Pros, conserve more energy. Cons, there is kind of like a neurological skill practice aspect. And sometimes that jump can be a bit of a shock to some people in the sense of just the weight increase. All right, we got Tony Wynn jumping 10 kilos.
Start. Press.
Yeah, he can fight with a lifter, right? Oh, we're seeing some big time jumps here.
Yeah, 10 kilo jump, that's a good lift.
I think I've jumped 10 kilos on bench once in my career. At your meet. I think it was at your meet. So you got the end, but you
And
have
the
the rope
fact is,
fed,
yes,
you have the rope fed pad.
in comparison to the best 82s in the world, your bench isn't quite up to par, but your bench is still strong. So the fact that, that says, something about 7.5 kilo jumps likely to be the best for you and how big these 15 to 10 kilo jumps are.
Back up to the top of the order, Rhea Williams. Getting yourself set up.
5 kilo jump for Bria. And probably taking that conservative end. There's probably like a 5 kilo option, a 15 kilo option, a 25 kilo option, and that time selection sheet.
Start. Press. Take it.
Yeah,
Just kind of lost position. It was actually kind of what I saw on the opener that, and the second attempt was perfect. You just couldn't quite hold position with that wrist and elbow and the pause. All right, got IV. 2.5 kilo jump, as I mentioned. It's the pretty typical jump for a lot of women. We've got IV, Precious, and May all taking 2.5 kilos. And these are going to matter. If IV and May only separated by a few dots points. I'd say of the three, Ivy had probably the best second attempt in the sense of speed and looking like she had more.
Do you remember this? You gotta misgroup it.
I thought that was May that did that.
That was Ivy.
Okay.
May, you're mixing them up. May had the best of
Never
the speed.
mind. Yeah, I was wrong.
Look, that's how it was better executed this go round. Wow.
Yeah.
He is having herself a real good day, and yeah, that's I mean from the aerial camera, that's what I'm seeing. That's how she benches, but she executed that much better.
Yes.
I mean, that 2.5 kilo jump. Granted, I think if you still go 5, there's a good chance it won't fall, and going 2.5 kilos is good there. And I mean, Precious Andrew, I still think he's fighting with her second squat. Running through it, but he's going to take it again. Definitely not timing out. He's a gamer. He's been competing for a while. He's been competing frequently recently. So, taking that 2.5 kilo jump.
Start. Press.
Nope.
Not quite there.
Yeah, I knew exactly when to take it as well. Didn't fight too much with it, though.
Yeah. All right, May coming out.
Yeah, taking that
The
conservative.
true one who had the better second attempt. Going up 2.5 kilos. Very important for her staying in striking distance of Ivy and Gabrielle.
Start. Press.
Excellent job
Good.
there. Yeah, it's real good execution. All attempts.
Okay, Gabrielle making a 5 kilo jump. set her up with a 15 dots score advantage. She makes it over Ivy. She misses. That creates a little bit of
Bars loaded for Gabrielle Phelps, 125
second
kilos.
attempt looked really, really good though.
285 pounds. She had a
Really
great
more
knee so
slowing than the
far.
opener, so I think she's going to be good for this.
Start.
Control.
Press.
Press. Yeah, there's a smile coming back.
Yeah, and again, those are appropriate jumps. Everything looked good. He's 6 for 6 with some real monster numbers going forward. So I still even think with a miss there, he puts herself in good position. You're only taking about 5 kilos off the total, but yeah, she hit it.
145 kilos.
Very, very tough to beat now, barring something goes wrong on deadlift. We're likely to see a close battle. Ivy and Monet for second. Let's see what happens with this power. Matt Moore making a 5 kilo jump. We're seeing a lot more conservative jumps here. There's a big jump from the first to the second.
Start. Press.
Oh, very good job from Matthew Mora.
He's doing what he needs to. He's making lifts.
Look, this good.
Oscar making a 5 kilo jump as well.
Horse loaded. Here we go. Start. Press.
Real longer press command there, but it doesn't matter. Able to grind through it.
Yeah, we're seeing just so much green on lifting cast right now. These
Yeah.
guys are killing it.
This is pretty crazy for bench that there's been this many maybe.
Yeah, a lot of consistency, and they're finding it. They're finding a good groove here.
All right, let's see who Tony's coached by.
Well, I think that's 2 for 3. Matt Holden. He's
Matt
got it.
Holden, you
Yeah.
still claim him? Do we have confirmation of that? You still claim Tony. But let's see what he does. If he goes 3 for 3, obviously.
Come on, Tony, let's go. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, this is a big time bench though. 162.5 kilos, 75 kilo lifter.
Let's go, Tony.
Start. Press.
Unfortunately, no lift there. Can't really budge it. And we're back, or we're actually to flight B now.
Yep.
Flight B is going to move a little bit faster. We're talking to some of the spotters and loaders on the platform. It's going to be a really fast flight now because of the unfortunate injury to Carlos Monta and his back all these injuries.
Yep. Only got 7 lifters now on this flight. Starting with Ray Espinosa, 42.5 kilo.
Start. Press. Right.
Looks like a good, solid opener from Ray. I wonder if Ray used to do a quick lifting. That would be a pretty logical question to be asking for any Texas powerlifter, just based on kind of how he lifts. It sounds like he might have come from an equipped background. Tyler coming out, 147.5 kilos. Oh, hey, Tyler.
He knew what he did. He knew what he was doing.
For a reason.
Yeah. That's what he was thinking. Just a little back setup. Got one of his thumbs not wrapped around. No wrist straps. Got to respect 147.5 kilos is good.
Good. Raw, raw, raw. No belt, no wrist rings. No these things. Can I say that? But you can't wear knee sleeves on bench press if you want to.
Yeah, why not, right?
Can't wear elbow sleeves. All right, Cody Hartman, 160 kilos on the bar.
Yeah, went 2 for 3 on the squats.
He only did one shake. It's probably not good.
Oh, so we're gonna have to really look for deadlifts. Does Nori himself shake? A little shake day?
He doesn't on bench, dude. Doesn't on bench as well.
Good looking.
Good.
Good looking bench there from Cody.
I also don't know which number coach coaches. I'm just going to say it's Sean, just for the fun of it, until proven otherwise. Someone DM us. All right. Evan coming out, 167.5 kilo opener.
All right, yeah, this is what Evan's bread and butter lift is, bench press. Opening up 167.5 kilos, 82.5 kilo lifter. I believe he's done some crazy stuff at 75 too. His bench press.
Yeah. He used to not, I guess he just didn't cut to the speed. He's in real life, he's usually keeps his 75. So he must have just not cut to the speed since it's documented.
Yeah, there's, you know what, I'm going to go, there's very few 75 in the elite levels that really, because they have to eat it to eat 2.5. Yeah, like a lot of them can just weigh in at a really light 82.5. I think the only guy is one of the guys sitting on the stands right
Him
now.
and Charles and Perk are the two. And seemingly the two best. All right, easy opener for Evan. Next up, we got Jean-Luc. Keep wanting to say Jean-Luc, but it's not. It's Bernard Reyes. But it's just, I just feel like Jean-Luc St. Pierre.
Okay, yeah, so I was trying to think of something like, oh, it just sounds good.
It just sounds
Yeah, I
good.
think if you go Jean-Luc Bernard,
Bernard?
yeah, you don't pronounce it like the French people do. Just don't finish what they were about to say.
Silent P.
Yeah, if I could do that for everyone, I might get slightly pregnant sort of French people right now.
I've already pissed them
Piccolo,
off with saying
big Piccolo,
but
yeah, just don't. Jean-Luc Bernard. Oh, wow.
very nice.
He's just a strong, strong individual.
He is.
Squats were easy. That bench was blown up, looking good.
Now, I think of how big his quads are. All right, Edwin, he's in the thick of it. Currently in that top 5 battle, opening up at 96 pounds, 180 kilos. Start command's been given.
Excellent job,
Easy
Edwin.
opener.
Man, I am loving what I'm seeing from these lifters right now. I know we're on openers, but we're just seeing some good, old-fashioned lifting right now.
Derek opening up with, I'm pretty sure this is about his meat PR. His bench is the one thing that he's got. Opening up 195 kilos. Light work of that.
Good. Now, his jump. What do you think it's going to be?
2.5.
Oh, hey, let's play the over-under game. What are you going to set the over-under on?
I already saw it. 16.
DM. You could have won the bet and said 15.
Over under.
Go even.
Even?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you have to play the even. Or I mean, I guess you got to go like 14 and a half based on this. I was going to try to play this game. All right, now it's third attempt. We'll do it. I guess we can play that for all lifters who are craft.
Over under.
Over under
jump.
the certain, each attempt, and somebody who mentions it first will give a shout out.
All right, Ray, 7.5 kilo jump to 150 is good. Tyler stares us in the eyes again.
Does.
Let's go, Tyler.
That's probably it's been
Start.
I wonder if they're gonna
Nice job there.
good lift. I thought they might be holding him there because that left elbow was a bit soft. Keep him there for a bit, but he got that start. He got that start, man. All right, Cody Hartman jumping up 10 kilos to 170.
Mark loaded. Bar is loaded for Cody Hartman. 170 kilos, 374 pounds for his second attempt.
You're looking to go for 2 for 2 is Cody Hartman. So far in the bench press, during the walk. Always got to know what time it is.
Yeah, I usually look at the bench just to check.
3,
Don't know.
Yeah, I can set the timer.
2, 1.
How long of tempo?
Set your tempo, 3-second tempo. Just have a timer going.
Start. Press. Right. Here we go, Cody.
Let's just right through. They want to see what the judges say.
Yep,
We're
yeah.
seeing some clean lifting from the lifters.
Yep, I think we were waiting on the same thing. We saw those hips move a little bit. And just
Yeah.
got to see.
Well, I'm kind of waiting on all of them because I can't see anything, and I know like the big thing. I mean, for a while it's been hovering. They'll hover that butt over the bench and
Yeah.
kind of just barely touch it, which is a bit of a risky game at times. So just, when you hit something you need to do, sometimes it's not even set up on the bench. Yeah, we're at an aerial angle. That's the one thing you really can't see. All right, Evan,
Start.
you dice.
Press. Right.
Nice, 175 kilos second attempt, looking good.
Coach by the former Navy SEAL Kyle, Project Strength.
I assume that's a good lift. It
Yeah.
hasn't been updated on lifting cast, but I have little doubt that was good. He already put his 7 kilos up. Jean-Loup Bernard.
Going 10 kilo jump. I think that's more than appropriate with how his tempo. There we go. And the game is still on. It's John Lou. That's not Edwin. Happens on occasion. This is John Lou Bernard Reyes.
Start. Press. Right.
Well,
Looks like all the other lifts. Easy. Let's get back on. I'm about to get it reset. Again, there we go. Edwin coming up. 187.5 kilos.
Mark loaded.
413 pounds.
yeah, like I mean, pretty much most lifters, they're gonna have to reset up here. Looks like that black height was correct for them. Still got plenty of time. Yeah, just like most lifters today. I mean, we're seeing this some of the highest execution I've ever seen on a meet. And I've seen some great lifting at meets. This has been really, really good to watch. They're hitting their lists.
Start.
We're still only
Press.
3 missed benches.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes,
hopefully we're not
three missed
jinxing the hell out of them when it comes to the
Yeah.
third attempts.
Probably are.
Yeah, it's
Not that one.
commentator thinks. Yeah, but that one was good, but it's been really good to watch. It's been some excellent powerlifting. It's been a pleasure. It's been a treat.
about 210 kilos. Already, I know it's a massive PR. Best 175.
Start. Press.
Good.
Oh, yes. All right, over-under game.
8.
Over. I'm going over.
I'm going under. You won. You went 10.
Nice.
I thought it was going to go 7.
Pay me my money. I need some tomorrow.
Oh, I thought it was for another bet.
Can't give too much details on that. It's became more complex as the Instagram comments have went on. But I don't know if I was here during Ray Espinosa's bench, 157.5 kilos. Nice fight there.
Great third attempt.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see a lot more green on these third attempts. Mainly because I don't want us to jinx these lifters who've been doing a fantastic job all day today.
Bench for Tyler. He makes this, and Evan makes his third attempt. They're almost separated like 1 to 8. This, if he doesn't get this, Evan gets his. Tyler gets his.
Start. Press.
Pushes right through it.
No problem there. So he solidifies that lift and maintains second place. Cody making a small jump, just 2.5 kilos.
Horse on it.
Yeah, making a 2.5 kilo jump here, I think that's fair. I mean, he did make that big 10 kilo jump,
Yep.
so I think this is a wise decision.
Start. Press.
And it paid off.
Yep.
I think that was a perfect call. You squeeze 2.5 kilo out of that total. You get 3 white lights there. No energy expended. No big fights. Perfect call there. And you got a 12 kilo gain from your opener too.
Horse on it.
You can take that to the bank.
Evan, possibly a little milestone lift too, 182.5, 402 pounds. Did we ever find out if our NC's friends care about 500?
No, I guess. Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of Europeans. Yeah, which actually, with time differences, might make a lot of sense.
I really thought.
Yeah, what are they doing though?
Nothing really.
Yeah,
I thought they liked us.
we don't know.
All right, 402, 182.5 for Mr. Spice.
Press.
A little bit to get to his
Oh,
chest,
yeah.
but grinds it out. That's gonna be good.
What a tank!
Yep, 4
A
white lights.
spicy tank.
That
Delicious
was
one as well.
That was spicy.
Yeah.
That's the difference between buttery and spicy. That was spicy.
Look, this is
Horse on it.
It's
this
just
is,
greens.
This loading cast can be
It's all
hot and
greens.
bothered right now with all the hit lists.
Yeah. Jean-Luc Bernard, 192.5. 424 maybe.
Start. Press.
Yep.
Nice job there.
Having a great meet so far.
I'm waiting for him to struggle.
Yeah,
He's
he's just
gonna have it today.
so strong. Just rateless all around, executed perfectly. Some impressive weight being loaded on the bar too. He's killing it. He's doing a great job. We'll see on deadlifts how he executes there as well. But I'm expecting more of the same on him. Everything is looking great.
All right, Edwin coming out. That was not a good lift quite yet for Edwin. Take it. All right, 192.5, same weight as Jean-Luc, 124 pounds. Edwin currently in 4th.
Start. Press.
Big time fight here. Even the fights are being won on the third of bench attempts there. 3 white lights. Brilliant work.
All right, Derek coming out with 220. 10 kilo jump. Angelo over under.
I'll be taking my money for my check.
We'll give you a check. 13 cents.
Start.
All right, Derek Kune,
Press.
220 kilos, beautifully executed. Excellent work there from Derek. Goes 3 for 3, and all these guys were hitting their third bench. Amazing job there. I'm not going to lie, that was some of the best execution I've seen on bench press.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that. I mean, 2 flights, 3 total missed benches. That's pretty incredible. I mean, I literally, as we were going in, we said we were probably going to see a couple more misses on bench press, and we did not. There was 3 misses on squat, 3 misses on bench. Pretty crazy. 0 misses in flight B. It really doesn't change anything. We went into these bench attempts with Gabrielle having a bit of a lead, and then May and Ivy being neck and neck for 2nd and 3rd. And then on the men's side, Matt Mora still in 1st. We got Tyler, Edwin, Evan, and Tony all hanging around, though, and we're going to see a lot of fun come deadlifts.
Yeah, they're executing the list beautifully, too. We're just seeing a high-quality lifter, high-quality results from it, too. And like you said, bench press, typically, any meet you go to, high-level local meets, people miss bench presses, not these lifters. They were killing it, and I guess, I'm going to pat myself on the back here. I said you wouldn't see a whole lot of 1 for 3 or 2 for 3 bench presses. They all went 3 for 3.
Yeah.
So I was right. It's good being so right. Like I said, it's not that I'm always right. It just happens so often. I'm used to it.
Yeah. It's this weird thing where you have no insight, you look into no research of it, and
I just have a feeling.
You just have
feel it.
It's the Holy Spirit. We talked about in the open session. The Holy Spirit has come upon you and is guiding your thoughts, and it's true. I think we have proof of it now.
Yeah. Well, I'm foreseeing some great deadlifts. We're gonna see that in about 9 minutes and 40 seconds. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll see you then.
And when you hear the sound of the drum, we'll be saying, here we come. Yeah, here we come. Hey, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Yeah, here we come. Hey, here we come. Hey, here we come. Here we come.
Rolling into deadlifts, and we've got some battles brewing. We're starting with Bria, though. 147.5 kilo opening attempt.
Yeah, we've seen some great benching. I mean, we talked about it just right at the end of it there. We've been seeing some fantastic stuff, and this is when it's all going to start shaping out.
Starts
during
the
the
bar
deadlift.
hits the floor. Oh, she's going craft to 1402.
So that's 14 to craft.
Well, no, she was at craft. She went 14-0, came back to craft.
Okay, that's a good pattern.
It worked.
Yeah, she's got a bit of a narrow stance herself. Yeah, we're hoping to see the momentum of all these hit lists continue on onto bench press. And Precious Andrew went 2 for 3 on bench, 3 for 3 on squats. Again, we're talking about her frequent competition, or her recent frequent competition past. Yep, talk about extravagant as far as deadlift goes. That is quite the setup.
That looks like a solid opener.
Yeah, it's on par with everything she's doing today. Slowing down like halfway through. And we have May Angeli Sanguil. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yep, I got confirmation she is coached by Anas.
Okay.
But
Oh,
it
there's
is
a
not-
caveat.
It is not Team S. Apparently that was always a joke and never an official thing.
Oh, wait. Is that a joke that you're telling me? Because clearly it's not a real thing. No one registered Team Ass as an actual thing. It's a hashtag. It's always been the joke. But
Yes.
that's the best team names, are
I
the
know,
ones that are
but
jokes.
He made sure to let me know that, but we're obviously going to keep saying it.
He had to make sure to let you know that? I'm pretty sure we all knew it was a joke on us. Thanks, brother. That was a good looking lift, though. Yeah. That's funny that Thanks, Anas. That was a very funny one.
Did Precious just jump 30 kilos? All right.
Well, we're going to see what happens. All right.
We got Ivy first.
Yeah, Ivy Lambus.
Look at them socks. They got capes.
Oh, my God. That wins.
Yep.
That just wins deadlift socks.
What's better, light up shoes or deadlift socks? and capes?
This. I'm sorry. This actually looks good and such a good lift too. She is 7 for 7 on the day. She is staying perfect.
I don't even know if that's USAP illegal, but I don't care.
No, if they do anything at nationals, I'm gonna super kick them
Yeah,
for doing
that needs
anything
to be
like that.
officially allowed.
Yeah, we got to get the Macho Man Randy Savage boots, or like the Ultimate Warrior ones with the tassels. I'll wear, even though it'll definitely mess up my deadlift. If I had tassels on the end of my socks, it would just ruin everything. But look at that. You look at that.
All right, Gabrielle. Very easy.
Nice.
She's
Nice attempt.
likely, we're going to see where she jumps to. Likely her second attempt is going to pretty much.
Usually those elite level lifters kind of wrap up meets in second
Yeah,
attempts.
it looks like it would be, I mean, we've seen some crazy things.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
it would really stretch. Well, 17.5 kilo jump for Gabrielle. I'm going to say if she hits that, that's probably in the bag. That's going to put her at a 518 dots. May would have to jump like 20-something kilos after her next attempt to be able to overtake somehow. All right, Oscar Hernandez, 235 kilo opening attempt.
yeah, wasting no
I
time with
actually
that
really
one.
like the setup.
Yeah, really good.
Notice how what he was doing there is he was prioritizing the hinge, not reaching for the bar, hinging to the bar. Once he was there, then he worries about grabbing it and was very efficient to then wedge in. And that's where a lot of people have issues is they rush and they do not wedge, or they do not hinge. They get those hips tucked under. They get into that scoop.
Yeah, all right. I actually really like that cue there, not reaching for the bar but hinging.
Yeah, no,
I like that.
The bar comes to you. You don't go to the bar. Never reach for it.
That
Always
was-
hinge to it.
An excellent opening attempt from Tony Wynn.
All right, Matt Moore starting at 260, currently in the lead. As we mentioned in the beginning, it is a little bit of an interesting story since he's in the first flight. He's going to set likely a standard of what that second flight needs to do. He's been in the lead the entire meet. They're going to know what they need to do, but maybe he can put it out of reach. And that moved well enough that
Oh, yeah.
15 kilos probably after that.
Yep. Most definitely back up to the top of the order, 162.5 kilos for Bria Williams. So a decent-sized jump for Bria.
Opener moved pretty easy though.
Here comes Bria Williams, 162.5 kilos.
Yeah, it does have quite the narrow, like I said earlier, quite the narrow stance on sumo. About as narrow as you can go, actually.
Yeah. while still being able to have some of her fingers on the knurl.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets maybe 1 or 2 fingers on there. There's the Fortino. There's the
the
Craft.
Excellent pull there from Bria. Yeah, bigger jump, but she handled that really well. With May up next, you're going to get the bar up to 187.5 kilos. All right, I was still looking at Precious Andrews' second deadlift.
Yeah, I mean that moves her into third, but only if May misses this. If May hits this, like Precious would have to jump another like 10 kilos after hitting 200. I don't know. We'll find out what's going on here.
Yeah, maybe she wants to dip. So let's dip early. Hit that third attempt and leave. Hopefully she doesn't get drug tested, right? I am jealous of May's arms. Great lift.
She doesn't skip arm day.
No, she doesn't.
That was very good. I think she easily has another 10 kilos. Again, this is where it's going to get interesting. We're going to see what Ivy does here. Ivy's jumping 12 and a half. She's currently, she was 4 dots points up. She pulls this, she moves 6 up over May, and that would require May to take, I believe, the 12 and a half she just put on. I can't imagine anything but a successful attempt when you're wearing capes.
Yeah.
Or socks.
Excellent looking pull here.
I believe this is the lift that did not go great at Nationals. So
I believe it was squat. I think you found that
squat?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong then.
It was just a rough day. I mean, both of us were very busy during prime time. But really, she's had no issues today.
No.
I mean, right now, standing at 8 for 8. Okay, I want to see this. 30 kilo jump. Stomping her way to the bar. She has a fight on her hands. Yeah. Oh, unfortunately, no lift there.
It was a legitimate attempt. Maybe she was just kind of like, okay, I'm just going for it here after taking a really light opener or something, but.
That's the conclusion I'm drawing. Just kind of like, yeah, I'm just going to do it.
Yep.
I don't see, I like the strategy in it. There's nothing that's there for me to be like, yeah, that's a good strategic move.
All right, Gabrielle hits this. You can't say it's locked, but it would be have to take something miraculous from Ivy. And that's going to be a good lift. Smile's already there. 600 kilo total with that.
Yeah, it's getting signal it's a good lift
I think
here.
that will be the second biggest total this year in USAPL.
Yeah, and really just kind of going into it and just putting up some big numbers and kind of making things look easy too. Like
her best is a 513 dots, and she already has 518 on her second deadlift. So I'm going to guess she's going to go another 7.5, go over 520. She's huge for a 100 kilo lifter. The dot score usually isn't very advantageous in those weight classes. All right, Oscar, 20 kilo jump for Oscar. He made a big jump on that bench press too. It's a craft pull.
Yeah, it makes a really big jump and made it look easy. Said it once, say it again. The execution has been great today.
Yep.
I think that's one of these storylines coming out of this meet is just how well these lifters have been executing their lifts and really putting on a good show for everyone in attendance. And there's a lot of people out there. Sold out gym for this meet. Tony Wynn made really easy work at 255, jumping up to 275. And makes easy work out of that too. Efficient pulling.
Deadlift is where I feel like in training we saw a good deal of improvement over his last meet, and it's showing there.
Well, from what I recall, when Tony Wynn was really going through a whole lot of progress, was he was a big subtotal guy.
Yeah, it was. His squat was what was really kind of, I believe.
Yeah, that was getting
going viral.
Yeah, that was getting onto a lot of people's radars. Was a squat and has, I mean, bench 162.5 kilos. That's a good bench to walk away with at 75 kilos, especially when you have that squat. Kimura.
Oh wow, you might be able to go another 15. Whatever he does, he just has to hit a third. He's got to hit a third and just set the benchmark. We said on the preview show like 5:05-ish could win this.
Yeah.
He's going to go likely over 5. I mean, I think he's going to get up to about 5:10 here. Let's see what he's put in. Yeah, where is it at? Okay, he just put in 285, which gets him to 5:05. So if that's making us look pretty smart for once.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good about myself and my self-confidence went up.
Yeah, well, Junior Worlds for IPF was not good for us.
No, that wasn't. Well, we knew it wasn't going to be good for us for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
All right, Bria, 7.5 kilo jump, 170 kilos on the bar. Pulls her to a 453 dots. I think her current best is 424. Could be wrong there, but. There's the 14. There's the craft. We bring it together.
Ooh, let's see what the judges call here. Oh, unfortunately, two red lights up and down.
I'd probably say it could be up and down, but I was going to say a hitch. There's got a little bit of a hitch on those legs.
Yeah. That was. I'm gonna say I agree with the call.
Yeah, I can see it. I can't argue it.
It just happened kind of so fast that it was hard to tell.
All right, so let's see what we're doing here. This will pull her into second over Ivy for the time being, if she hits this.
195 kilos.
Currently, Ivy is at 501.6. This will pull May to 503.7.
Yeah, and going based off her second attempt, I think 195 is good. She's a little bit disappointed with the crowd noise here, which happens on the setup. Usually the crowd goes silent on the setup. Oh,
wow.
I actually didn't need the crowd to make any noise. That was all May.
Another 5 to 7.5 kilos there.
Excellent lift there. Yeah, that was yeah, I mean, based on second attempt, you could really make a substantial bet that third was going to move like that.
Well, this is big. Ivy doesn't need 205, but since they just said bars loaded, she cannot drop to what she needs just to pull for second. Maybe they don't care about that, and they're just going to go for whatever they want for the total, but that she can no longer drop to just simply pull for second place. It looks like Ivy's just going to leave 205 on the bar.
All right, Precious Andrew taking another stab at this. It's slipping just a bit from her right hand. It got some grip strength. I'll give it to her. Big time fight. Unfortunately, no lift there. Yeah, 30 kilo jump just seemed to look a little bit too much.
Yeah. Not sure if that was just kind of going for what she wanted on her second and take 2 shots at her, or if that was maybe strategic because that would have pulled her time in the third place. Either way, Ivy choosing to stick at 205. Currently in third. This would pull her into second place if she hits this. I mean, there probably are things that some of these lifters are thinking about outside of just placing at this meet. They might be thinking of certain totals they need for primetime spots next year.
Oh, yeah. Whole lot riding on this stuff. And like you said, big pull here from Ivy Lambus. And she locks it out. Excellent job. Freedom hold and a celebration to go along with it. What a redemption meet from the Ivy. I mean, tough nationals meet, comes in TBS Primetime and absolutely smashes it.
That's a pro level. I mean, 512 dots, that's a pro level performance. I mean, that's one of the top dot scorers in the USA PL for women.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Secure second place there.
She'll be back on the Primetime stage.
Yep.
In Memphis, Tennessee. And Gabrielle Phelps will be our next lifter.
She has the win wrapped up. This is to add another 7.5 to her total. Go to 525 dots.
Which another lifter, once National Rose Run next year around the same time, will be on that prime time slot. And I'm actually really excited to see the progress from here because we got about a year to work with here.
Yep. This is
Potential
already
finale lifter.
if she hits this, it's a pretty big PR of what she did at the Ubu meet.
Oh, unfortunately, couldn't get it. Only missed lift on the day. Still ends up with a 518 dots.
Yeah, that's still, I think, maybe a 5 kilo PR of what she did at the Ubu meet. And so, yeah, again, I mean, I'm really excited to see her hopefully compete at Nationals next year.
Yeah, well, if you compete at also you still compete at Nationals. With her dots and what you can do, the Arnold Finals is definitely within her reach.
Yeah. All right, Oscar taking a 10-kilo jump.
Let's go, Pumpkin.
Let's go.
Come on, Oscar.
Oh, not quite there.
Could have cramped up a little bit.
Yeah. Seemed like something felt a little off. All right, Matt taking just a 10-kilo jump. I honestly think this is a little conservative, which probably needs to be done because, like I said, he has to get on the board.
Yeah, he needs
here.
the third.
He just has to get on the board. But based on that second move, if he had to, I think he might have had 15 kilos. So this is to solidify a 505 dots and really set the bar for what that second flight has to do. Now, honestly, after that, Tony is pulling into a near 500 dot score, which is going to put pressure as well. So either way, we got Matt. This potentially is a pull for the win.
Let's go.
Yep, executed it beautifully there.
I'm going to say spot on. He had another 2.5 to 5, but that was
What
the
was
right
his-
attempt.
What was his total at Nationals? Collegiates.
I'm not sure, but it wasn't 700. He hit 700 on the dot. That probably was part of the reason of that number choice. That's what I said he hit in the gym. I want to say, look, pull it up. We got Tony coming up, though, too. This is a big post. Pulls to 499, only 6 dots points behind. Brings him into second place.
Yeah, 292.5 kilos. Big time lift in the 75 kilo weight class. And finds it, sticks with it. Excellent job for Mr. Win. And that is a 2 white light lift. Think he might have got called for up and down motion. It was slight. I possibly saw the red light there, but I'm giving him that white. Excellent job finishing off the day.
That's really big because, like I said, that pulls him to 499. He could, that very well could get him a podium spot. We're going to have to see. There's going to be a lot of jockeying for position here with Evan, Edwin, and Tyler come deadlifts. And it looks like Tyler most likely is going to get the final pull of the day.
I believe I picked him for third.
You did.
All right.
I think I might have done that as well. Let's see.
No.
Right there, Tyler.
Oh, I thought you said Tony.
No.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Tony.
No, I picked Tony.
Oh.
Or I picked Tyler.
Okay.
Did
All right.
you
Thanks for
pick
confusing
Tony?
me further.
You picked Tony for third?
Yes.
Okay.
Ray Espinoza. But gotta love the stance. 220 kilos, moving easy. Going 227.5 kilos, 500 pounds for Cody Hartman. We are on the final flight of the TBS Primetime. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors today. Leflar Bros, 110%, Prime Predator Performance. All make it possible for this meet to happen. Getting great support, but also just a fantastic meet it's been. This live stream has been quality, and the efficiency of the meet has been great as well.
This has probably been
The look.
I'm not as experienced as you, but this has probably been my best experience commentating. Comfort, presentation.
Hear that, Marshall?
Yeah,
Got a lot
Marshall's
to
gotta
do.
Step his game up.
You got a lot to do.
I need air conditioning. I need between lift massages. Mark has been offering trap massages in between during every single intermission, which is
it's
perfect.
crazy.
I didn't know I was available.
It's crazy. I don't know if Marshall could do this, but he's offering us like just $5,000 cash. I'm like,
he is?
yeah, I'm like, it's crazy.
Okay.
He just kind of like keeps on alluding
that's
to it. You
confirmed.
guys can't see any of it, but I'm like, Marshall, you got to up it to like 10. You got to double it, right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
He slapped me the money right now.
He gave
I'll
me
take that.
Remy Martin. All right, fine.
All right, Derek.
Derek.
I'm going to think this is going to move stupid fast.
And you were
All
right.
So that was that. He actually didn't
Emphasis
warm up.
on the fast.
He didn't warm up for deadlifts. That was actually his first warm up. Mark's saying he's jumping 30 keys.
Over under game.
Over under. I'm going even. I'll actually say he's going. No, I'm going to go 35. 35. I'm going over.
I'll go over as well. Kind of ruins the game. If
Yep.
we all go over.
32.5.
All right.
Mark, you have to leave the room now. You lost.
He set the over though. I thought he said it.
No. He said
I
30
thought he
keys.
set the over under. You can't lose if you set it, which is kind of a bad game to play if you just set the over under.
All right. Well, we got Evan. Important lift. He's right in the hunt here. 255. That's good. No issues.
I can't remember. Could be bad journalism here. If I recall correctly, last year he started to slip up on deadlifts.
It's very possible. Obviously, I mean, in the comparison, deadlift, I believe, is comparatively not as good of a lift for him as
Yeah,
squat and bench.
he's a subtotal guy. So, but I just remember. I actually remember last year because this was. Even last year with the primetime session, it was pretty dramatic down to the end.
Yeah,
like there
with
was an
Gage
absolute
and Anas
fight with
and,
Gage and us
Kevin.
and Kevin Wynn. It was really, it was
Evan
just,
we underrated because he definitely outperformed what we had been talking about. All right, Jean-Luc. Oh, that's fast.
John Lou.
Very fast. You might be my favorite lifter of the day.
Yeah, I haven't seen a flaw in the game right now of John Lou. I'm really excited to see the rest of his deadlifts, but also the continuance of his powerlifting career.
Yeah.
Not over yet, the meet, but I mean, based on the 7 lifts I've seen so far, it's been some real good stuff.
All right, Edwin, another lifter right in the thick, currently in 5th. Opening with 672 pounds, 305 kilos.
Guys had a hell of a meet so far. Edwin McQuiston, 305 kilos.
Does he have a perfect day so far?
I think everyone has.
Yeah, on this second flight, there's not a whole lot of red.
Yeah. There's only one lifter in this flight who has missed a lift.
305 kilos, looking smooth. 3 white lights.
All right, Tyler.
We're not a Manassas anymore. That's what I can say with these. I believe, was that the last? No, it was Warcatted last meet I commentated, but yeah.
Tyler, 315, 694 pounds. He's going to likely have the advantage of the final pull.
315 kilos.
That's the benefit of being a deadlifter. Something I have no idea what it feels like, but my co-host has had a couple scenarios where he's had the chance to pull, like what, pull a couple pounds.
A little bit.
A couple pounds.
At least a couple. Yeah, Tyler, going into this meet, that was kind of the one thing I really looked at was he puts himself in advantage because he does have the final pull in that first range. He does have that as an advantage, and that's an excellent opening attempt pull. 315 looked great.
He's going to jump 20 kilos, 335.
Yeah. That's what I would do, 20 kilos and 15. Obviously, you would have to look at the second, but that would be the game plan.
All
when you
big
open up at
jumps. I mean,
315.
Ray's even going 17.5 kilos here.
Bars loaded for Ray Espinoza, 237.5 kilos.
And I was right, Tyler, 335. Ray, 237.5. Perfect on the day so far.
Stuck with that one nicely. 3 white lights. Cody Hartman will be our next lifter at 242.5 kilos.
Bars loaded for Cody Hartman, 242.5 kilos for his second attempt.
stalking the bar prior to getting into his stance. I wonder if that watch is going to get in the way. See if it gets up on the size. Oh, he misses it. Good lift there. 3 white lights. Because I usually have a little bit of contact with my wrist and thigh.
Yeah, that is interesting that we're a watch on deadlift, but
I mean, tell them what time it is. I mean, it could be used as a fantastic prop if you were about to celebrate a last deadlift.
honestly, all I think about when you say what time is it, I think it's Girthquake time, but it's not. That's all I can think about. But we got Evan coming up. It is time for Spicy Cajun Fries. This will pull him. It's going to be hard. Dots is always weird. I think he stays in fourth with this pull currently. If everyone else hits their second attempts. I mean, we're looking at Tyler and Evan, like neck and neck, if they both hit their seconds again. And that's good for Evan. Now, he's showing up on deadlifts today. I think he's got another 10 to 12 and a half there, and he's going to need it. Because he's going to load whatever he needs to pull over Matt. So we're going to have to see what he puts on. It's probably going to, whatever he needs to go like 506. All right, Derek, 32 and a half. Or 32 and a half kilo jump. 285 on the bar. He is deadlifting more than 32 and a half kilos.
Very narrow stance with the conventional. Oh, wow.
All right.
You can make another 30,
over,
right?
Under 21.
Under.
Over.
Life's too short to bet the under, but I did it.
You did.
I think I'm 2 for 2. So that makes me the overall victor.
He went 25.
Oh, yeah, wait one more, please.
All right, Jean-Loup. He made a 20
Over
kilo
under
jump.
RP 6.
Under.
Yeah.
Correct. RP 5.
3 white lights.
All right, Edwin. So keep him in fifth. I think he's getting a little bit outreached by Evan and Tyler right now. Not sure Edwin will. He's looking possibly podium. First has to hit this.
Here comes Edwin McQuiston, 320 kilos on the bar for his second attempt. I'm back in the 705.
Gotta figure out that belt. That's why I like my prongs.
I'm a fan of prong too.
I'm a big prong guy.
I've never been a lever dude.
It's either you're a prong guy or a lever dude. There's 2 types of people in this world.
Yep. And one's correct. Just the problem. That's solid. Oh, he likes that. And
Yeah.
He can jump another 15. We're going to have to see how many people start actually. Again, on the women's side, we didn't see as much positional battles. I mean, we
Yeah.
saw it, but they weren't really making specific attempt selection off of position. See if the men start doing it.
Yeah.
Evan just changed his because
It's-
he was under, and now he just put in 290 to be able to chip Matt and pull for the win.
Yeah, I mean, like you said earlier, I mean, we always get so sucked into the positional game.
Yep.
But, you know, we are thinking about, like, there is totals and big-time totals and qualifying for nationals or spots in nationals that you just takes precedent.
I had that. I had to lift. Well, let's watch Tyler, and I'll give a brief little story about a very similar situation I had that didn't plan out, unfortunately. That's solid.
12
but
to 15.
A little sticky. He kind of did it on squat, too, and then came out and hit another, like, 10 kilos, no problem. So, see what he puts in. No, I had a lifter at the 2020 Arnold that we decided to not pull for money because we wanted to make sure we solidified a primetime spot. Keyword, that was 2020. So there was no primetime that year. nor
What lifter was
nationals.
that?
Abby.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. I did not know that.
Yep. We could, 100% knowing what she initially did. If we had put on what she needed to pull for money, she could have hit it, but we wanted to be conservative because she didn't care, and we just wanted to make sure we secured prime time.
Yeah. I actually, similar situation to Arnold for me. Granted, it wasn't a whole, not a whole lot of situation there, but yeah, a lot of that meat was for prime time.
Yeah.
That was a thought. Yeah, if I was in a similar situation, me and Joe would have done the same exact thing. All right, Rayo Espinoza looking to end the day out strong, making a 10-kilo jump, narrow stance sumo. It's
just
slipping out of
slipping.
his right hand there. Unfortunately, that, I think, puts an end to a perfect day. Still a solid day, 8 for 9.
Here comes Cody Hartman, 252.5 kilos. Bar is
10-kilo jump for Mr. Hartman. Getting those shoes nice and dry so they stick to that carpet. Will forever and always be my favorite carpet to deadlift on. Oh, same thing
Yeah.
too. Just right at the top, we're seeing some bars rolling. Hopefully that's not a trend that's going to happen.
Okay, so Evan loading up 290. This is to pull into first place. Tentatively, because Tyler has loaded up what he would need to then pull over Evan. So if Evan misses this, I'm sure we're going to see Tyler go down a little bit.
Or not.
Or not. I would think he will because they're being fairly strategic right now. And knowing Tyler's coach,
Yeah.
John's been in some battles.
kilos on the bar. You're good to go.
All right. I think, this is higher than I think he'd go if he was true, if there was no competition. He was pulling for the win, but I think this is in the wheelhouse of possibility based off how that second attempt moved.
I think a potential overreach situation here, but it's not completely out of the realm of possibility, like you said. Sticking with it well. Oh, I think we just got up and down motion.
Yeah, not quite there. I really think 12 and a half is what he had. It would have been perfect. It would have been a fantastic meet, but just kind of having to be able to pull up. And the thing that this does, this opens the door. We'll have to see if Edwin changes. Right now, we'll see what Tyler does. Tony is still in second place. Matson's first, Tony's in second. And Tyler's going to try and pull into first. And he's currently in third. First, John Liu.
Over under 7.
I'm going to go over on this. I think it's going to be an 8.
Oh, I think he's going to get red lighted.
Yeah, he probably will. First
Yeah.
tough lift of the day for him, but still a fantastic outing for John Liu. All right, Derek. So pull Derek in the 6th. And honestly, probably even a better meet than we were talking about on the podcast. Kind of what to expect. He definitely, deadlift in particular is a lot more. I don't think he was showing much on deadlift on Instagram. It was going pretty light. Either way, 310 kilos. This is 680 or somewhere in that area. Yep.
Executes it beautifully. Derek Akune gets himself a 2 white light lift. Ends off the day perfect. 9 for 9. With a solid 830 total.
Okay, Edwin, no attempt change. So he's going to take this. This actually would pull him into third right now. This would pull him into third, and then we'd have Tyler trying to pull for the win. And if Tyler were to miss pulling for the win, Edwin would stay in third.
Yeah, remember, we're doing this based on dots for people watching at home.
Yeah, which is always confusing because I'm trying to you have to kind of like guesstimate the formula.
Or you just look at lifting cast.
Well, no, I mean, I'm looking at it, but I got to guesstimate the formula changes based off of what happens.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's hard to do. That's why you're doing it. Edwin, did that slip at the end? Look at his face.
Yeah, oh, he knows. Yes,
he got it. Oh, that's precious, right? Just looking at it like, ooh, did they notice that? He had the worst poker face in history.
You said no attempt change for Tyler, and Tyler is doing no attempt change. Are they? No, maybe. They're leaving it on. He doesn't. I think he only needs 352 or 350 to pull for the win, but I think they're leaving 355 on again.
Sometimes you just want to hit your numbers, man.
Yep.
End it off on a bang, end it off on a high note, 20-kilo jump. That's actually pretty big. I thought it was going to go maybe, my strategy would have been 15. 20 to 15.
I mean, if it was straight up just based off of, like, pure strength, I was thinking 12.5 to 15.
All right, let's see it. Tyler. Oh, it just slipped right out of his hand.
Yep, so that's going to finish. Matt in first place. Young lifter. Big breakout meet. That was a 20-kilo total over collegiate nationals. He's got a long time before next year's nationals if he's going to Raw Nats to be in that picture if he's already totaling 700 kilos and the rapid progress he's making. Second place, we've got Tony. I think
Tony win.
That might be one of the biggest shockers of the day in the sense of, like, we knew he'd be up there, but the fact, I did not have him in second place. You had him in third.
Yeah. Congratulations, Matt Holden, for coaching him.
We weren't really talking about that. And then we have Edwin finishing in third, which actually maybe that's even more because we talked.
I don't think any of us had him.
We talked about Tyler and Evan going top three, and I think they very well had the possibility, but because of their trying to pull for the win, they overreached. Opened it up for Edwin and Tony to get in there. But the key there, Matt taking it home, Gabby taking it home. Unfortunately, there is no more prize money because Mark gave it to all of us to be able to make
Marshall,
sure
you got to get more money here.
Yeah, so the lifters, though, great job.
Yeah,
fantastic showing.
Marshall, you definitely got to hook us up with these. While I'm commentating, I don't care if the lifters get mad, but it's been a fantastic day of lifting.
Yes, it has.
We saw some veteran-like performances. We're seeing national competitors, seeing high-level national competitors. And on a female side, too, we have Rachel Phelps, who is in every position to be one of the best female lifters in the USA PL right now.
Yeah, Gabrielle.
Gabrielle Phelps.
Yeah.
I apologize. Gabrielle
she's
Phelps.
arguably the best 100-kilo lifter in the USAPL. Ivy really making a statement in that 67.5-kilo class, which is interesting because if Sam's vacating it going down to 60, I forget. I mean, we got Jordan Pantone, we got some big hitters in that 67.5-kilo class, but Ivy is going to be in the thick of that now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and what a redemption meet that was from Ivy. I mean, it's such a hard thing to come back from nationals, and then it's not only she had a good meet, she had herself a perfect meet. It was a perfect meet for her. She left no doubt on the platform, executed everything perfectly, attempts were on points, strength was there. It was a great prep for her. We saw the prep coming in, looked a lot better, and I'm excited to see what she does. I don't know what's next for her, but I'm really excited to see the work. And also, I believe it was May to get third.
Yeah, May got third.
Well, and another terrific lifter, kind of just flying under the radar all day. That was a terrific performance from her as well.
Yeah, really good. I mean, 503 dots. That is big. That is pro level. That 503 would have gotten you a pro card at nationals this year. That would have been one of those wild card spots.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what these lifters do when it comes to nationals. That is going to do it from a fantastic meet here at Texas Barbell Syndicate. The prime time does not disappoint. We got to thank everyone who's contributing to that, the meet directors, spotters, and loaders for making this a very fantastic experience, and this is what sport is getting to. We're getting fantastic live streams. We're getting fantastic meets at a local level, and it feels like I'm in nationals again.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Great weekend down in Houston.
Yep, it's going to be, and more to come from that as well.
Yep.
We are going to take a quick break. I'm going to get signal. Are we doing awards?
Yes, but not on the stream.
Okay. So that will actually do it for the stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you're subscribing to Texas Barbell Syndicate, and we'll see you guys at the next one.